Despite enormous cultural and social advances in the last 3 decades, women, and particularly women of colour, still face enormous barriers to access to the STEM fields, as you well know. So about 4 years ago, OTS and the Nsasani Trust started to run women in science programs in partnership with scientific services, designed to dismantle some of the barriers that these early career conservation scientists face in furthering their careers in the STEM field. But before we start the actual skills training, it's important for us to identify the barriers that participants have faced to date in coming on the program. But we don't stop there. It's really important to also think about their strengths and how many of these students got here in the first place. The fact that they've overcome those barriers in getting here. So we really focus on how these students have already been successful, and of course what success might look like as part of this program and moving forward. So after those initial discussions, we run a range of training workshops. The OTS staff teach how to become an effective scientist, 21st century skills, leadership skills, conflict resolution skills, and then of course all the biodiversity related skills as well. So how to handle small mammals, bird surveys, vegetation surveys. They engage in 2 weeks of mentored field work in the Kruger Park with a range of different mentors from scientific services, University of Florida, and of course OTS. And following those very intense 14 days in the field, where they're up at dawn for the bird surveys, they're handling rodents, through to the vegetation surveys in the afternoons, they also have to collate all their data, identify an independent project that they wish to focus on, whatever catches their fancy. They come home, analyze all the data, prepare their scientific reports, and then they have to present their findings to the Kruger Park scientists. So the students gain valuable experience in conducting research that's allied to management in the park. It's not all work on the program, obviously. The students go on long game drives and they get to see these beautiful herds of elephants and buffaloes and leopards and lions that have made the Kruger Park so famous. They get to enjoy just being in the Kruger Park. These students arrive with such enormous skills and talent anyhow, but they really lack the confidence that comes from not really having had these opportunities before. So what we're really trying to do is build their confidence through gaining experience in field research, but also connecting them to mentors that they could potentially further their graduate studies with. But most importantly, they're developing a peer network, a group of scientists and their fellow participants that they can come to rely upon ad infinitum. So as they move through their careers, they can always reflect on this experience, but they've also now made the necessary connections and demystified the relationship between student and mentor and what it is to be a scientist. So all in all, this course is enormously successful. The students produced some really great work. They presented their data. They're of course all very nervous, but they did a fabulous job. And the idea now is that we continue engaging with well beyond the course, and they often call us up after these courses to seek career advice, to seek studying advice and so on. So, this is very much a program that we'd like to develop substantially in the next coming years. So thank you very much for your time. I trust that you guys have a wonderful board meeting, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions.